topic. UNC is in some.
Water.
They were in some hot water. They were in some hot water, and then the NCAA poured it out for them. Weirdly enough, the NCAA ruled that there was this long investigation into the academic. There's an academic scandal at UNC, and they had created fake classes for these students to attend to kind of artificially boost their grades. And the NCAA ruled that UNC gets off scot-free, essentially. What they ruled is that these classes benefited non-student athletes as well as student athletes, which meant that they got off. And first of all, they made a fake African American studies course. Mm-hmm. And they basically said to the players, don't attend it. This is a fake class. We want you to basically, go to practice and use that time to go to practice instead of doing this class, and we'll give you the grade. And I really think that's a great encapsulation of African American studies in this country. We basically say, hey, we don't want you to learn. We don't want you to come to college. We just want you to go on the court and do what we brought you here for.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a job at that point. They're paying. I mean, I know we were actually talking about this earlier. It's like, they do deserve to get paid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they are getting paid with an education that they wouldn't be able to have. Mm-hmm. But where is their mind really at?
Exactly.
If you're at school because of basketball and you get late all the time because of basketball and all this, you're going to concentrate on basketball. You won't care about, Elizabeth.
You're not even get treated like a student anymore, because I was a college athlete. I was 18, freshman at one point. If a coach told me, he's like, hey, putting you in this fake course, and you don't have to show up. You can rest more, get your body ready for practice. Yeah, 2-3 times a week. I don't have to actually go and I get an A.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm doing that. And it's just like, I feel like at this point you're taking advantage of people that are 18, 19. Some of these guys are the first people in their families to go to college. And it's just like they don't know all these things. You're taking advantage of kids at this point.
Well, if anything, the kids are taking advantage of the school by just being like, I'm good at basketball, so you're going to give me an A. But
they didn't create the course.
You're right.
This is their idea.
You're right. But I just mean, it's if someone told me like, hey, you can get free college credits for nothing. I'd be like, thank you.
Exactly.
I would be like very.
But in reality, it's like, hey, we're throwing you free college credits because you should be getting paid for all this.
Exactly.
A
regular student's not gonna pass it up. A free A?
Yeah.
There's no way.
But it's like it's a little thing of like, hey, we're giving you this on the side, but in reality, the bigger pie that you should be focusing on, you're not getting a slice.
I mean, these coaches have $4 or $5 million shoe deals. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, the coaches have any right to leave, sign new contracts, do whatever they want. The players have so many penalties on leaving or moving around colleges.
Yeah, you can't transfer freely.
There's even a penalty they can't even get into the NBA until you have a year eligibility after high school.
I have some crazy stories about athletes trying to transfer back when I was in school and just how tough it is. It's just like you just want to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything to the school. And it's just like a lot of football coaches in college, they have exit contracts, deals of $15 to $20 million that if they're fired without what they think is a good cause, that they get that payout.
But the college players aren't being paid because there's not enough money apparently. Right. I mean, it's ridiculous. The amount of time that a student athlete spends on being an athlete, it's more than a job. It's more than a 40-hour work week. And then you're expecting them on top of that to do what a college student considers a full work week, which would be like 12 credit hours.
You have to be a full-time student to be an athlete.
Yeah, so it's just
part-time.
It's a system that was really unsustainable, and in the end, it was about taking advantage of the employers that really do all the work and really make all the money.
Exactly.
And so it's just a shame.
Yeah, and I really don't like how you have mostly black players, and then you're creating a fake African American studies classes. That's what they would probably study. So if we make a fake one of these, people will believe it.
What would be worse, that or if there was like a fake white studies?
Right. All right. We're gonna put you in a white studies class, which is American history.
Yeah.
So you take that anyway as a freshman. So
that's so funny. Oh man, but yeah, I want to ask you guys this, like, the NCAA, they have like no power. They have no power to do this. Like, should they even really exist. They can't do anything.
Non-profit legally.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't the NCAA be disbanded or something? They have no power to enforce things. And then the only people that really are having the rules enforced on them are the poor, generally African-American athletes.
Yeah.
And it's not, these coaches, all these people doing all these violations, they get off really. Look at Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino had to be found by the FBI. It wasn't the NCAA. The NCAA had no power. It was happening under their nose, and the FBI had to step in.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. The NCAA is so gutless. They're basically like a mall cop with a plastic badge.
Yeah.
They say they do stuff, and they say don't do this and don't do that, but they really only get the little kids shoplifting. They don't get the real big stuff.
They pick on certain schools. Like, Ole Miss is always in the news for some kind of allegation. And I was like, Ole Miss, that's been good at football for maybe 8 years now. What about all these other big powerhouse schools that you know?
It's because they're new at cheating.
Exactly.
See, that's the thing. Schools like Texas, USC, they are more established at cheating.
Old money cheaters.
Yeah. And it's just, the NCAA is so corrupt. And, we're discussing all this money. It really should be an extension of a pro league. It really should be like the D League. It should be like the D League where you get maybe it's a 401k that you can access throughout the semester as you go through more games and you go through more classes. But there needs to be something for these kids because you look at March Madness. There's a theme song for March Madness.
80 billion
Yet the kids are getting paid. Yet there's a guy making a theme song. It's sponsored by Pepsi. Most of these kids can't afford a Pepsi on their off day.
Right.
It's not right, and we need to fix the NCAA system.
Because really, the reason it's been able to be like this for so long is because there's no quote unquote alternative right now. Like, this is the only thing we've ever had. So a lot of people are like, well, it's the only thing we have, so whatever.
It's so different in Europe. They have club teams.
Yeah,
they have club
like
teams that the kids do. Like Ricky Rubio was on their version of FC Barcelona. Yeah, and so it's like. That would be.
He played on that squad from 14, 15.
And that was probably a much better experience than him going to University of Barcelona and faking that he was getting a degree and shit.
Exactly.
It's just it doesn't make any sense, and I think if any other country looks at it, they're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Yep. But
because if it was that important, why aren't there all these kids coming overseas to come play American college sports? They're not. Yeah. They're just getting better in their clubs and things like that, and then coming and playing in our pro leagues, and they're doing well.
Yeah, it just shows in Europe they don't want to pay for college; they get it for free, and so they don't come over here nearly as much as the other students. And so it's the same thing with their athletes. Why would they come over here and subject themselves to this really convoluted system when you could just get money?
Exactly. That's why LaMelo ain't going to college. We get money over here. Big baller brand, baby.
He's not going to be allowed to go to college because of his dumbass
But we making that shoe money, though.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to play at college because of his dumbass
that shoe money, though.
Yeah.
Them M1s.
$500 shoes, man.
Them M1s, baby. Bump college. We getting this money. Big baller brand over here.
I will never wear a big baller brand.
I will definitely rock a big baller brand. I'm trying to get paid.
I don't have enough money.
That is also true.
If I wore the big baller brand, it would be the end of the big baller brand because it'd be like the corniest white guys
You're not
wearing
a big baller though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I wore it, it'd be like, oh my god, this lame ass is wearing big baller. It's not cool anymore. We should move on. So maybe I should think about that.
Maybe you should.
But anyways, we'll be right back after another commercial break. We're gonna see our boy Tommy.
Agats!
And the Agats Company. I finally pronounced it right.
He did.
We'll be right back.